So I've already told you how to times and divide fractions, but what about adding and subtracting? Well, by the end of this video, you should be able to add and subtract the fractions, and you should once again be able to simplify a fraction once you have added or subtracted with it. So let's start very basic. What is 1/7 plus 2/7? The bread and butter is that the denominator, which is this number here, is the same. If it is the same, then we can add the top. If it isn't, we need to make this the same. So I'll teach you first and foremost if it is the same. So if it is the same, then 1/7 plus 2/7 is simply going to be equal to, well, what's 1 plus 2? It's 3. So it's going to be 3/7. What about if it's something like this? So as you can tell here, our numbers are not the same. In order to make them the same, we're going to do something called cross multiplying. So for this example, we have 1/3 plus 1/4, and we're going to cross multiply each of these. So for this one we have a 3, we're going to times this fraction by 3 for each of them. So this second number here is going to be, what's 3 times 1? 3 times 1 is 3. And we're also going to do the same here. So that's the same as 3 times 4. For the first number, this 1/3, all we're going to do is we're going to do the same. So this 4 needs to be multiplied to each of them. So look, now it's forming a cross, hence the name cross multiplying. What's 1 times 4? It's 4. And likewise, we also need to do the same here. So that's the same as 3 times 4. And now we simplify all of these. 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Aha! Now, each of these are the same. So therefore, we can add the top together. So what's 4 plus 3? 4 plus 3 is 7. And so your final answer should be 7/12. It's the exact same thing if we subtract. So again, these two are not the same. So we can't subtract to the top. So now what we need to do is we need to make them the same. So 1/2 minus 1/3. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to get this minus 3, or this 3, and we're going to multiply each of these by minus 3, or by 3, excuse me. So this will be the same as 1 times 3. This denominator will be the same as 2 times 3. And this time, instead of a plus, which is what we had here, we're going to minus. And now for this second fraction, we're going to get this 2, and we're going to multiply each of these by 2. What's 2 times 1? 2 times 1 is 2. And likewise, this denominator is also going to be 3 times 2. Now let's simplify. So 1 times 3 is equal to 3. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Minus 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1/6. And that's our final answer. And it's the exact same thing if we have something like this, where we have not 1 on the top. So again, what did we say about the denominator? It's not the same. So let's make it the same. 2 over 3 plus 4 over 5. Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to get this 5 and multiply top and bottom of the other fraction. So this will be 2 times 5 divided by 3 times 5 plus, and then now we get this 3 over here and we multiply by 4. So this is the same as 4 times 3, and this is the same as 5 times 3. Yeah? And now let's simplify each of these. So what's 2 times 5? 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. We're going to add. So 4 times 3 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. And look, these are now the same. Which means now we can add the top. Now because these two are the same, we can now add the top. And so what's 10 plus 12? 12 plus 12 is 22. And then we leave 15 in the same. So it's 22 over 15. Okay, but what if it asks us something like this, where we're told to solve and simplify 7 over 8 plus 7 over 10. Again, likewise, these two are not the same. So we have to make them the same. 7 over 8 plus 7 over 10. What's the first thing we're going to do? We're going to get this 10 and we're going to cross multiply. We're going to multiply this by 10 and we're going to multiply this by 10. So then this will be 7 times 10 divided by 8 times 10. And likewise, on the other side, we're going to get this 8 and we're going to multiply it by 8. So this will be 8 times 7 and 8 times 10. And now we can simplify each of these. So then what's 7 times 10? 7 times 10 is 70. 8 times 10 is 80. 7 times 8 is 56. 8 times 10 is 80. And so now we can add top and bottom. Not top and bottom, we just add the top. Because the top we can add because the bottom is the same. That is the important part. Guys, that is the key detail when we're adding fractions. The bottom has to be the same. So what's 70 plus 56? 70 plus 56 is 126. So our final answer is 126 over 80. Sorry, that's 80. And now, okay. Sorry, bang the desk. We know that both of these are even, so we can, if we want to, divide both of these by 2. 126 divided by 2 is 63. 80 divided by 2 is 40. And so our final answer should be 63 over 40. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it made a lot of sense. If you have any further questions or comments, do be sure to ask me down below. Join my Discord server for a quick message, or if you want some extra tutoring, drop me an email and I can organize a free meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.